Good evening, everyone. Time for a quick weather update. Everything seems to be pretty much on track for a wind-driven rain overnight. Heaviest rainfall after 8 p.m. and extending through about 8 o'clock in the morning. Generally in the order of 1 to 3 inches of rain should be expected, with locally higher amounts. That would be primarily in the mountains. There could be some small streams and rivers that rise overnight. And this time of year, you get a lot of leaves that clog the drains, so that's something to keep an eye on as well for some minor flooding there. Strongest winds between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. During that period, could see gusts over 40 miles per hour. We might see a few peak wind gusts around 50 miles per hour, so power outages are certainly possible during that period as well. We're also watching the high tides. We'll look at that in a moment. Hey, your satellite radar composite is showcasing a rainfall moving into the area. We're up to a moderate rainfall reported at the Jetport now with some fog. A few bands off to our south need to be monitored. There's one down in here moving into Massachusetts. That arrives here around, I'd say, 9-10 o'clock tonight. A few areas of moderate rainfall from Portland back through portions of Sebago Lake region heading into interior Cumberland County, but there are some breaks, which is clouds and some lighter rainfall. Next heavier band is slated to arrive 9-10 o'clock tonight, so this is all making its way up to the north. At first glance, this looks like heavy rain over northern sections, doesn't it? It's actually a little bit of sleet and some big fat raindrops mixing in. That's some bright banding over northern areas. In fact, that was the scene up into Rangeley several hours ago, so this is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Isabel sending me this photo here, a little bit of ice falling from the sky there in the form of sleet. She says it got a little slick up there at the onset. Mount Washington was reporting some snow, sleet, and freezing rain as well. All right, coastal flood watch goes into effect at 11 o'clock and extends through Thursday evening. The two high tides to watch will be at 11:37 tonight. That's the first one. We may have a coastal flood advisory issued for that. No advisories yet, though. And the next high tide right around 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. There is, however, a coastal flood advisory down east and also down into portions of Massachusetts. Let's take a look at the Wave Watch 3 forecast here. This takes us to about 3 o'clock in the morning. Notice some sizable waves moving into the Gulf of Maine. Closer to coastline, though, 6, 7, 8-foot waves expected there. Again, this is just a computer model, so take it with a grain of salt here. But this is about 9 o'clock in the morning. Some sizable waves out in the ocean. Mid-coast Maine, seeing the higher waves or bigger seas across mid-coast Penobscot Bay area heading into down east, and the seas are starting to subside as you head down to coastal New Hampshire, but still a respectable wave height there of close to 4 feet. 6 p.m. We're looking at the waves starting to subside, and our weather is starting to improve during the course of your Thursday. A wind advisory is up for coastal areas in yellow. In the advisory area, we could see winds gusting over 40 miles per hour, as much as 50 miles per hour. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked to see a few spots, especially over near Penobscot Bay, that get peak wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. So that should be enough for some power outages. This extends through 9 a.m. over southern areas through noontime over Penobscot Bay and also into central Maine. Now the wind is just starting to pick up. Nothing of any real significance right now, though. We're seeing a 15 mile per hour sustained wind. It's not even gusting. 24 miles per hour for a gust in Sanford, Portsmouth. Of course, hurricane force up on Mount Washington, where it's been full-fledged winter up there this evening. All right, let's go through the timing of the strongest winds. Here we are. I'm recording this right around 7:30. And that seems to be okay. 15, 16 miles per hour. Notice how it continues to ramp up through about 1 o'clock in the morning. Strongest winds will be after midnight and extending through the morning hours tomorrow. Now, this graph may be a little bit too strong by 11 a.m. I think the strongest winds will start to subside right around 9 o'clock in the morning. During that period, again, a sustained wind, 20, 25 miles per hour, but gusts over 40 miles per hour should be expected. Now to the timing of the rainfall. Here we are at 10 o'clock tonight. First band of heavy rain is moving in. Temperatures continue to rise overnight, and the winds continue to pick up out of the southeast. It will be a southeasterly wind. It will gust over 40. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're seeing another band of heavy rain. Air temps continue to rise into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. The warm front's going to try to punch through. We should see brightening to the sky by late morning and afternoon. That should send temps into the upper 60s to possibly even around 70 degrees. So tomorrow's going to be a mild day. It stays breezy, though. The extreme strong winds should be reserved for late tonight and very early tomorrow morning. That should start to subside after 9 a.m. 7 p.m. tomorrow, we're seeing another round of scattered showers. That's with a cold front moving through, and then the party's over. The The warm day tomorrow will be ancient history by Friday. Friday, 1 o'clock, we're looking at temps in the low 50s. It will be breezy. How much rain are we talking about here? Well, a large portion of the area gets 1 to 3 inches of rain, I think. This includes the Portland area up to the Lewis and Auburn area, Rockland, Brunswick, Bath, Augusta, Waterville, you're involved in that as well. Extending west towards Sebago Lake, interior York County as well. The jackpot out of this one will be back through the hillier terrain, particularly eastern slopes here, and also up into the mountains here. You head up towards the Carrabassett Valley, wouldn't be shocked to see a few 3-inch rainfall totals there, and then maybe a few isolated 4s in the mountains there. So let's remember, there are a lot of small streams and rivers, and rapid rise could produce some minor flooding there. I don't think flooding is going to be the number one concern tonight, though. It still looks like wind will be the bigger issue, so scattered power outages are certainly possible overnight. So the rain comes to an end tomorrow morning. The extreme winds come to an end tomorrow morning as well. We'll see some sun return. Air temps should surge into the upper 60s to near 70. There's a chance for a late-day rain shower with a cold front. Bright and breezy on Friday. Cooler air moves in for Friday and Saturday. Low 50s for highs. In fact, some towns may not get out of the upper 40s Saturday. Prime trick-or-treat hours, it's going to be dry with air temps in the 40s, so bundle up the kids. Might want to incorporate the winter jacket into this year's costume. Looks like a few more showers could threaten on Sunday. So there we go. Tonight's going to be a wet and windy night. Things start to improve a bit tomorrow morning. We'll have more updates coming up tonight on CBS 13 at 11 and Fox 23 after the World Series game. Have a nice night.